So you know what they do? Lamborghini, similar to Ferrari, there's a certain type of car you need to have before you get invited to have that same certain type of car. You build a business to build repeat business. It's the only way you can scale your business. Why would I put a product on the shelf and remove the price? What would you do if you went to a retailer that had all these products and no prices on them? And now they've released a new one, which is like a halo one. For the Huracan, they released something called the STO. So they had the Huracan Evo, then the Huracan Performante, which I drove. Let me tell you, I left the seat of the car smelling of feces, is how fast this thing is. Some of you will get that joke later. And then they released the STO, which is like a super rare racing version. So you know what they do? Lamborghini, similar to Ferrari, there's a certain type of car you need to have before you get invited to have that same certain type of car. Yeah? So the ladies are looking at me like, what are we talking about? Where is this going? I'm trying to explain the ideas. So Ferrari has the Ferrari that people think of the most. When you think of Ferrari, what do you really think about is two things. Three. First, you think speed, sports car. Second, you think red. And third, you think of that sound. It's like that really high-pitched tenor sound, right? The AMGs have a lot more baritone. Different type of sound. The best sounding car, in my opinion, always Aston Martins and Jaguars. Always. They go nowhere, but they sound amazing. Right? And then the Lamborghini has that really high wailing. So they'll make the car to rev high. Not because it can't rev low, but because you don't buy a Lamborghini to drive quietly. You want people to turn and look at you. That's why they'll make it sound like this, right? So Ferrari, on their V12 configuration, the V12, by the way, is always mid-engined, which for those of us means that the engine is in the middle of the car. Front wheel, back wheel, engine is in the middle, driver just in front of the engine. That's why it only seats two people, right? So it's two of us, the engine is behind us. And they'll cover the engine always with glass. So when you walk behind the car, you can actually see the engine, right? This is important, and I'll tell you why. So in the V12, in the V8 configuration, they'll have the base product, 458, 488, now the F8 Tributo, right? Then they will always release a limited edition. 458, they had the Speciale. 488, they had the Pista. The only way you get invited to even owning one is if you've owned one before. So that means even for your current customers, you create an opportunity for them to buy a new product by making it exclusive for them to own that product. So I know you've bought X number of this, but you know what we've just done? We've just released this. This, oh my God. To get this, you need to go through this first. Like, you can't just get this. You can't just get this. It's great. You want to get this? Definitely got to go through this first. When you go through this and you've owned 2 or 3 of this, then we'll consider to put you on the list for this new one. Oh, and then this new one, oh man. You give it a name like black, platinum, diamond, gold. Give it a nice, cool name. Give it a range and give the customers something to aspire for. What that allows you to do, and the reason I'm telling you this, is so that a one-time customer becomes a multi-time customer. So they don't just buy one thing and walk away. I'm losing you guys. Let me find another example at this. Timepieces. Timepieces, right? Rolex, great brand. Which Rolex do you know of? Which type of Rolex? Say again? Yes? What other one? What's the one that everybody knows of the most? This is the part where you go on your phone and you Google so that you can say something. It's the Oyster Perpetual, the perpetual motion, the Oyster Perpetual. But the Oyster Perpetual is probably the entry point. Once you're in, there's so many layers of different product that they start to market to you and start to sell to you, right? So we had the conversation about 2 days ago, and somebody was talking about something, and I asked the question, how many customers do you have, and how many customers are you selling to again? You build a business to build repeat business. It's the only way you can scale your business. So yeah, you want to bring your customers into the door, fundamental. Once they're in the door, give them a new product to buy. Give them an opportunity to buy something exclusive. Build a community around your brand. Leilani's looking at me funny, which lets me know it's time for me to wrap up. In fact, I think it was time for me to wrap up an hour ago. I'll leave you guys with one final word. The most important input for the success of any business. This. What do tribes do? Tribes have the same belief systems, they move in the same way, and they act in the same way. That's why we're a tribe. And so if I can leave you with any piece of advice, is for whatever you're building, build a tribe around it. A tribe. So what that means is you create a community that looks and behaves the same. And you only market and talk to that community. The community will do the rest for you. So, let's talk Anne. Anne is going to be doing timeless furniture, right? That's what you're going to be doing. Anne's going to be doing timeless furniture, bespoke, high value, rare. So what Anne really needs is to move in particular circles of people who do what? Have demonstrated in the past that they understand the value of bespoke, timeless, and rare. And when you find those people and you give them an opportunity to own your product, what you want for them to do is to join your tribe and be the owners and promoters of your product. Tribe. So if you are going to build a tribe, there are 3 rules, and I want to leave you with this. The first rule of building a tribe is that the minute you build a tribe around your business, you no longer own your brand. The tribe does. The tribe does. Gap, the jean company. I don't know if you guys remember what Gap did 3 or 4 years ago. They changed the logo. Do you remember the story? Gap changed the logo. They changed it back. Why? Because the Gap tribe said, we hate this new logo. Hello, family. The VT Masterclass has now reached over 5 million unique entrepreneurs all across the world. If you'd like to book me for one, make sure that you hit the link below. Cheers. So when you build a tribe around a product, the tribe owns your brand. You don't. So you've got to give them real ownership, which means you've got to let them advise you on product strategy, on market growth strategy. You've got to let the tribe tell you. The second thing that tribes do is tribes have a demonstrable track record of more than one product. So it doesn't follow that because you've bought my water, you're now in my tribe. It follows that you've bought my water once, then twice, then 3 times, then recommended it to someone, and even bought it for the person when they didn't. Now you're in my tribe. Demonstrable track record of repeat sales. You okay? And the third thing about tribe is always willing to pay for the value of the product. Immediately means if somebody comes in and asks for a discount, they don't understand the value of being in that tribe. They don't. There's, I hate using, let me use property as an example. There's a property site, I love property, but there's several property sites in South Africa. There's about 2 that are found in the Middle East, where they will show the property, they don't show the price. Why is this? Say again? Yeah. Maybe, affordability, exclusivity. Why would I show a product and not show you the price? Yes, sir. Absolutely, that's also true. But I'm showing you the product deliberately, let's think about this logically. I am marketing my product to you without telling you what the cost of this product is. Say again? To arouse interest? Yes, you're there, but you're not there. There's an answer. There's something I'm looking for. Let's think about this differently. Rule number 1 of merchandising is what? Put the product on the shelf and put a price. Why would I put a product on the shelf and remove the price? What would you do if you went to a retailer that had all these products and no prices on them? Yes, ma'am. Creating a, yes, you're right, but there's something there. There's something. Yes, ma'am. Exactly. You don't put the price there because the person who understands the value of it doesn't care about the price. So why put the price there? The price is not on the product. If you have to ask me, what was it? It was before he slapped Chris Rock. Will Smith said, he did say this. Will Smith said, if you have to ask the price of something, you can't afford it. So that's why they don't put the price there. They're assuming that if you are going to buy that penthouse at that particular building in downtown Dubai, you're not asking if this thing is worth $5 million or $15 million. Whatever it's worth, you have it. So we're not putting the price there. Now I say this because for those brands, they've built a particular tribe and they understand how that tribe behaves. You need to understand how your tribe behaves. This is fundamental. Understand how your tribe behaves. Their buying patterns, understand product adjacencies. So sometimes your tribe will buy a product and you can see by the product they buy that they are potential buyers of your product. So I'm Rolls-Royce. I know that people that buy private jets generally want to arrive at the hangar in a Rolls-Royce. Understand those market adjacencies. If you build a tribe around your product, you will never be out of business. You'll have to work very, very hard to destroy your business because your tribe constantly will protect you. Okay? Lunch, yeah. Leilani, one last thing, yeah? The worst place to be in the sandwich is the layer of meat in the middle. So, the worst place to be in the sandwich that is the marketplace is the layer in the middle. Simply meaning, the best defense for any business or any product tends to be sell to those who are willing to pay the premium or sell to those who are discount buyers. This space, where I suspect you are, is the worst place. Because there's always somebody cheaper than you, and so here, it's about utility. Here, it's about price. That's why you were talking about affordable. This is about brand. It's about community. It's about tribe. Here. So the people who buy stuff here buy it because of what it does. People who buy it here buy it because it's cheaper. But the people who buy it here buy it because of what it says about them. The worst place to be is this. Why? Because there'll always be somebody cheaper than you. Always. Price is it's the one race to the bottom. Be cheaper than everybody else. It's price. But if you sell on utility, it's my product is better than everybody else's, right? You'll notice a lot of this bottom of the pyramid stuff, generally not well branded. Product doesn't last very long, doesn't have a long shelf life, it's not great quality. It's because the person doesn't really care about quality, they just care about using it now. Now, this person definitely cares about quality, price doesn't matter. These people are very difficult, very difficult. Hello family. The VT Masterclass has now reached over 5 million unique entrepreneurs all across the world. If you'd like to book me for one, make sure that you hit the link below. Cheers.